Unless I would actually hear my voice once more, I would have never admit that kind of mistake, because there was no chance and no possibility that I would have been mistaken for Catholicism, for a Catholic Church. There's no way. I have never mispronounced it. Maybe she was muted or she was deaf to actually misunderstand my words. Fat chance that I have ever made that kind of stupid mistake, because I can actually say anything really quickly. I don't really need to repeat anything twice, because from the very beginning I said statistics, and statistics in a perfect sense of statistical records. I have already actually demonstrated the perfect understanding, and they're actually making their own sorts of hideous lies. Because I said in a Polish people, now Poland's people, I said, is that really a scene? Poland's immigrants, the immigrants out of Poland. I just actually didn't say the Polish. Is that really a scene? Does that actually mean that I would not be aware of the fact the Polish people should be called as Poles? That's really a ridiculous assumption. That really reveals their understanding, not mine. It's not really overestimation, they're underestimation of my English fluency, just because they only can actually speak that simple, poor English with no knowledge attached to it, probably. Because I can actually, conduct anything. I don't really need to think about it. Factfulness and what are those? Let's try to actually see. I don't really need to think about anything. To me, it's really easy. This would be already actually much worse, and this would already actually, would get much, much worse than ever before. This type of shocking news literally chases, everywhere to come. It's a revelation everywhere. Already, the rich people would actually be richer, and the poor become poorer. This actually, involves more war crisis going on, and the different plundering and the violent circumstances and natural catastrophes that are coming everywhere. More and more people carry this kind of anxiety-stricken images, carrying in their brain, in their minds, right? So there would actually, be a reasonable doubt. Maybe, however, this would actually be somewhat wrong and fundamentally corrupted. To me, it's very easy. Our brain actually leads us to have this kind of wrongfully dramatized and drastically developed world viewpoints. With that, our reality would not even actually be in correspondence with the worsened situation, which has a tendency to exacerbate the viewpoints. How the actual statistical records or the scientific historical understanding would actually be great, then this would actually be explained by the genuine, authentic statistical and economic scholar Hans Rosling, and whose book is like this. Whoever had read his book would actually be secure about the actual fundamentals that would actually be composed of the main establishment of knowledge, to look into the world through the trustworthy prism. And as a reader of his book, who has already finished his book, is also capable of looking into the situation with no bias, by relying on the actual factual circumstances. And the 10 different possible methods that would actually be recognized in the book through the already fact-checked constellation and establishment, to better understand the structure of the world. And this would actually help anyone to make better choice. And the true factfulness can be reachable anytime, in any way. One can actually open up a new inspiring ideas to figure out the world establishment as well as the psychological development with a lessened and relaxed with a relaxational oriented understanding. And in that way, one can better share the opinions and the knowledge without being affected by the skewed understanding, to be close to the truth and the facts by delivering the firmly grounded factual understandings on which the very stabilized and healthy world can be founded.